Good morning, Asean. Freshen up your world, your thought, your idea with us every day, Monday to Friday from 7:30 to 8 a.m. I'm Nirsha Malisaklami.
And I'm Vina Jongprasid. It's the 28th of June and it's a Friday. Kunyarcha, what updates do we have on the Indonesian forest fires today?
Yes, that's right. After there has been haze that's covered around Singapore and Malaysia, which forced some schools in Malaysia to shut for a few days. Now, Indonesia has agreed to bring forward the ASEAN transboundary haze pollution meetings. So the decision was made after talks between the environment minister and his Malaysian counterpart in Jakarta. Malaysia, which supported by Singapore, had asked Jakarta to have the meeting earlier in Kuala Lumpur after the haze from forest fires in Sumatra blanketed the neighbors. Brunei and Thailand, the two other ASEAN member states usually affected by the annual haze problem, will join the meeting, which is known officially as the meeting of the Sub-Regional Ministerial Steering Committee on the Transboundary Haze Pollution. The five countries have met 14 times before to discuss collective actions plans and strategies in tackling forest fires and haze. Indonesia is also facing growing pressure to ratify the ASEAN Transboundary Haze Pollution Agreement established in 2002 following large-scale forest fires, and it is the only ASEAN country that has yet to ratify the agreement. Malaysian Ministers for Environment and Natural Resources G. Palanivel say that the Haze Treaty also has to be ratified, and Malaysian Prime Minister has given him letter to be handed over to the Indonesian President, which he has handed over the letter to his counterpart, who is the Environment Minister, who will be handing it over to the Indonesian President later on. While the treaty will take time to be ratified by the Indonesian Parliament, the immediate task is to put out the forest fires, which both Malaysia and Singapore have offered Indonesia assistance. However, Indonesia has said it can still manage the firefighting operations on its own as it can mobilize the private sector.
Ahead of the general election, now Cambodian political parties have started campaigning with 8 political parties taking part. Thousands of supporters for the Cambodian People's Party, or CPP, waved flags, while others danced on campaign trucks at the start of the party's election campaign. June the 27th also marked the 62nd anniversary since the founding of the party at Koh Pitch Island. One senior CPP member explained that people should vote for them to continue development and bring the current Prime Minister Hun Sen to power again. Cambodian newspaper The Cambodian Daily reported that Hun Sen has repeatedly warned of a return to war if his ruling CPP loses the July 28th election. The Cambodia National Rescue Party, or CNRP, told supporters regardless of who wins the election, there will not be a war. 8 parties are contesting for the 123 seats in the House of Representatives. The general election will be held on July 28th.
And now let's have a look in Myanmar, as the Myanmar government committee in charge of the bids say that Myanmar awarded telecoms licenses to Norway's Telenor and Qatari firm Ooredoo, opening up one of the world's last virtually untapped mobile phone markets. According to the statement, the committee is pleased to announce that Telenor Mobile Communications and Ooredoo have been selected as the 2 successful applicants from the 11 global consortiums remaining on a shortlist. Qatar Telecom QSC would invest $15 billion in rolling out a telecommunications network across Myanmar. A senior company executive said earlier that it would roll out 3G coverage to the 90% of the population within 2 years. It also plans to build more than 10,000 base stations in Myanmar, focusing coverage on urban and downtown areas. Meanwhile, Norway's Telenor plans to rapidly roll out a modern telecommunications network and serve services that will deliver the benefits of mobile communications to people throughout the country, according to the press release. Telenor will build a state-of-the-art mobile network using HSPA and LTE-ready technologies for Myanmar and plans to achieve nationwide coverage in Myanmar within 5 years. A full range of mobile services, both voice and data, will be commercially launched as the initial offering, anticipated to happen in 2014. Telenor Group will now enter into final discussions with the Myanmar authorities with the aim of acquiring a telecommunications license over the coming month. The government said it will finalize the 15-year licenses by September, and operators will need to launch services within 9 months. Myanmar is one of the world's last telecom frontiers, with only 9% of its 60 million people at most having mobile phones. The government set the goals for operators to provide voice services across 3/4 of the country within 5 years.
Next up is an interview we had yesterday with Norway's Telenor Group, who of course was one of those companies who won the license in Myanmar. Let's take a look.
Mr. Mandelid, after winning the telecom license in Myanmar, what would be the next step for the company, including plans for its company to fulfill the 100-page criteria set by the Myanmar government?
Well, first, I think today we are just delighted that we have been one of the 2 companies that have been successful in our application for a license in Myanmar. This, as you mentioned, has been one of the last mobile frontiers. It's a big untapped market with a very low penetration. And for this award process, we see that there's been a huge international interest to participate. I think Telenor as a company is uniquely placed to support the development of the Myanmar economy going forward, and also the telecom sector. We have, for 15 years, been in Asia, and we have strong knowledge about how to operate in this region. When it comes to your question about what's next, I think first now we will enter into the discussions with the Myanmar authorities on how to finalize the terms and conditions for the license agreement. So that discussions we will start with immediately. Then, in parallel to that, we also need to start on-ground activities to secure a speedy rollout of both network distribution and prepare our services. This includes for us establishing country organization and also the important part of recruitment of talents and employees to this new organization that we will have to set up.
How much does Telenor expect to spend for the investment, for the company to lift up the underdeveloped telecommunications sector of Myanmar?
Until the final terms and conditions for the license are complete, I cannot reveal the specific number. Mm-hmm. But what I can say is that for any mobile operator business that you have to start, there's always significant investment up front before you can launch and start providing your services.
Okay, has Telenor set the date for rolling out 3G services in Myanmar? As Myanmar government said that they want, the operators, the winning bidders, to be rolling out the services within 9 months.
I think one of the benefits of being a late market to really launch mobile telephony services is that you have the access to the latest technology that available in the market. Mm-hmm. So what we have proposed is that we will build a future-proof network that from the launch caters for 3G services, but also is LTE ready when to be launched at a later stage when the market is more developed.
Mm-hmm. Right. But let me make it clear. So it's not like the 3G services. What could you explain more? Could you elaborate more on the kind of the option that you would be rolling out in Myanmar?
For us, the most important part is to focus on rolling out networks that connects people to voice. Then, of course, with the data that is catered for by a 3G network, we will also look into provide value-added services, and for that we will have to come back to the more specifics. But we have learnings from other Asian operations, so we will probably look at solutions within mobile health, mobile banking, other financial services, but also entertainment. Know that Facebook as a data service is hugely popular in Asia, and this is also something that we will cater for with a data network in Myanmar.
Right. Okay. Does Telenor plan to join with any local key telecom players as you know, joining the bid? You didn't have any partner. I mean, do you plan to have a local partner in the foreseeable future?
Telenor, in its bid process, decided to enter without a local partner. Of course, we will cooperate with local companies as suppliers and vendors, but we want to have full control of this company.
Right. So, is there by any chance the Telenor's DTAC operations in Thailand will join forces in helping Telenor in Myanmar?
I think DTAC in Thailand can provide a lot of valuable learnings that we will take into Myanmar. Today, DTAC is the most popular operator in Thailand for Myanmar people living here. So there's a lot of knowledge in DTAC about catering for customer needs that you already see in the Myanmar market. There's also a lot of knowledge related to the prepaid packaging, how to make attractive packages for Myanmar people.
Right.
And one other thing I will mention that will provide valuable learnings from Thailand is the distribution model that Telenor is unique for Telenor in Asia, which we started developing with DTAC in Thailand, and then we took that model to India, and we will now take the same model that we started in Thailand to Myanmar.
Okay, one last question. When do you believe that Myanmar will catch up her neighbors in terms of telecom competitiveness?
It's difficult to predict. I believe that there's a huge interest in mobile telephony in Myanmar, and with the company opening up, there will be a growth in the economy. I think the telecom industry will also play an important role in supporting this economic growth for the nation, and I think they will catch up pretty quick, but cannot say exactly when.
All right. Thank you very much, Gleen Mandelid, for joining us, and congratulations.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
From Myanmar, we will move after the break to Cambodia as we continue our series on Cambodia, and this time it will be on the export sector.
And in this Cambodian series, this time we'll have a look at the travelogue of Cambodia 3 exported products.
In channeling exported products, Cambodia undertook a number of initiatives to get preferential access to major markets in the world. This includes many bilateral trade agreements as well as the membership in Asean, respectively AFTA and WTO. This increasingly favorable institutional setting had a strong impact on Cambodia's trade integration and economic development. Cambodia's economic growth is depending on the 4 main engines, that is manufacturing, garment footwear, construction, tourism, and agricultural sector, where about 80% of Cambodians earn their living so far. The potentiality of manufacturing is also categorized into 3 main exported products, which are silk, silver and copperware, and pottery. These are what highlight the wisdom of locality that has actually been institutionalized and gained access to global market.
The charm of Kandal province in Cambodia is embraced within this community.
The social identity here is peacefully shared between Muslims and Buddhists, all to be exquisitely represented by the skilled carving products in silverware and copper made by this community. Follow me. And the community here is actually situated along the bank by the Tongle River, which actually the Tongle River will go into the Tongle Sap just along and also out into the Mekong River. This is a very special community.
Ms. Aramaneth is a native to the community and a trader representing how silverware and copperware products should be displayed before the audience in different countries. She told us how this village came to be about.
ที่นี่ค่ะมีประวัติความเป็นมาอย่างไรที่นี่เขาผลิตเครื่องเงินทองแดงมีช่างฝีมืออะไรอย่างนี้เยอะหรือเปล่าอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
ขอบคุณมากค่ะแต่ว่าที่นี่หนูก็ไม่รู้บอกอะไรแต่ว่าตลอดเวลาหนูคนทุกคนนะคุณเกบอกแล้วที่นี่ทำแบบเครื่องเงินคืนทองแดงผสมนี่ต่างสมัยก่อนมาแล้วก็ทุกคนก็รู้แล้วก็ช่วยหัดสอนนะลูกหลานหัดสอนทำตลอดแล้วแต่ว่าไม่บอกถ้าถูกไม่เพลงอะไรไม่รู้แต่ว่ารู้จักทำยังไงพอรู้ทำระเบียบhow to clean อะไร everything inside and the product like this handmade everything it's so the long time yes the year so long time the old culture this province.
One of her characters is humbleness, which might have been attributed to the success of this silversmithery village. Every time she's on a roadshow in other countries representing the traditional Khmer silver, she's always welcomed by lucrative feedback from the international customers.
ខ្ញុំនៅដំបងលេខឆ្នាំ1492ហើយយើងធ្វើការមុនដំបូងយើងជួបបញ្ហាលំបាកដែរណាព្រោះយើងអត់តន់ចេះស្ទាត់ណាអញ្ចឹងទៅដល់ពេលយើងចេះព្យាយាមធ្វើតិចដល់ពេលគេស្គាល់ទៅយើងចាប់ដាំគេទុកចិត្តយើងគេឲ្យយើងធ្វើរបស់ដែលល្អព្រោះដូចការងារអត់នេះយើងមិនអាចធ្វើទុកបានព្រោះយើងអត់មានទុនណាតតែគេកំងយើងទៅបានយើងធ្វើហើយដូចជាឆាត់រួតណាក៏អញ្ចឹងដែរថាគេត្រូវការកំងយើងខ្នាតវាមាន3តាក់5តាក់1ម៉ែត្រ2ម៉ែត្ររហូតដល់3ម៉ែត្រអញ្ចឹងទៅបានយើងដាក់តាមជាការលើកពូវិហារអញ្ចឹងការចំណាលើព្រះអញ្ចឹងរបស់នេះមួយបើខ្ញុំធ្វើដូចថាយើងធ្វើទៅវាសព3ខែបើសិនជាយើងមានការងារច្រើនវាតាមដូចថាបើយើងនិយាយតម្លៃថេហ្មងវាអាចត្រឹមបាន200ឯមួយខែ
A German tourist we met in coincidence in the village tells us more about the silverware and copperware products.
So you were recommended to come and visit?
Yeah. This is our guide, and he's guiding us the whole tour, and he brought us here.
What do you think of this product?
It's beautiful. Actually, I could buy all of them, but I can't carry them home, and I can't pay that much.
Is it expensive?
No, actually it is not that expensive, but if you buy lots of things, then the whole amount then is very expensive.
Weaving and wearing silk is an expression of deeply rooted cultural and social traditions in Cambodia. Silk is a prestigious fabric, often worn by the king and queen in official ceremonies and very popular among Cambodians. The beautiful Cambodian silk handicrafts also enjoy a high popularity among tourists and are becoming an increasingly significant item in the country's export basket. A journey to the original silk weaving village in Tak Khao province is fruitful, not in terms of the economic finding, but in the appreciation of all contributions combined. And this is how it started.
Today I'm a local distributor. I just got this white raw silk from the Vietnamese border, which is 30 kilometers in distance from the border to Tak Khao province. I'm gonna bring this raw silk to the district of Bat Thi and in the village to be weaved. At Bat Thi district, Tak Khao province in Cambodia, The upstream industry of silk weaving originally starts from here. The design and pattern of the finished product of silk is directly influenced from the historical ancient city, the cultural of the Angkor Barai. Of course, the root of this silk that comes from the Vietnamese border to here and also export to other countries is very interesting.
In addition to its unique history and tradition, the silk has a high potential for trade and economic growth, and the sector also stands for inclusive and sustainable development. It offers employment for 18,000 to 20,000 mainly female and rural weavers. Increased income from sales of silk has improved living conditions and reduced poverty in villages. Ms. Sim Pichet, chief of the Khmer Silk Association of Cambodia, reiterated the silk story.
នៅភូមិនេះដែលជាភូមិមួយនៅស្រុកបាទីខេត្តតាកែវហ្នឹងគឺភូមិហ្នឹងមានប្រពៃណីនៅខេត្តតាកែវគឺតាំងពីយូរលង់ណាស់ហើយគឺការផលិតរបស់គាត់ហ្នឹងគឺផលិតហូលផលិតផលយើងថ្ងៃហ្នឹងគឺនាំចេញនេះភាគច្រើនទៅជប៉ុនអាល្លឺម៉ង់ហើយអូស្ត្រាលីទៅយើងនៅអឺរ៉ុបជប៉ុនហើយអូស្ត្រាលីប៉ុន្តែចំពោះផលិតផលសូត្រដែលផលិតនៅស្រុកខ្មែរគឺប្រហែលនាំចេញប្រហែលជា 30% 70% នេះគឺលក់ក្នុងស្រុកអត់ទេដែលនាំចេញប្រហែលជា 30% ទេហ្នឹងហើយក្រៅពីហ្នឹងគឺលក់ក្នុងស្រុក
Now we're at Kattayara Thai shop, one of the famous retailers in Phnom Penh that sells all the silks that are from Ta Khao province. Actually, the Kattayara Thai shop, it means good quality and famous. Follow me. How long have you started this business?
I've been starting this business 17 years.
Yeah, and firstly, you get all the silk from Ta Khao province?
Yeah, first I get all the silk from Ta Khao province.
How much did you get from the distributor?
The price for 17 years very low, cheaper than now. Before around 35 or 40 one piece for 4 meters, but now the price is to go up. So the price around the cheapest one, $70 to $80, the cheapest one. But the expensive one, the most expensive one, it go up until 200, 150, 180, 200. 250, but some we have like one. Sometimes they make very special, around go up until 400, 500. The most expensive one. Yeah.
For all these reasons, the royal government of Cambodia is attaching strategic importance to the development of the silk sector and seeks to harness the potential of the country's integration into the regional and global economies. The Swiss-based International Trade Center has been supporting this objective since 2005 by building capacities of weavers and exporters and by facilitating access to the markets. All in all, Cambodian local manufacturing is not being developed to compete with the neighbors, but rather a collaboration to fulfill what mission of ASEAN strives to achieve, a single market community. Patsurang Desha Puttarangsi reports.
It's very beautiful, isn't it,
Yes.
Convener? And now let's wrap up our Good Morning ASEAN edition. See you again, same time, same place, same channel. I'm Nirasha Marisak Lamia.
And Weena Tumprasit, thank you so much for joining us. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ